Hello, everybody. I am going to show you how to use Microsoft Word to create athletic brackets. In the example today, it's going to be a 16-man single elimination. All right, diving right in. If you typically what we do is we Google, for what, for stuff, and there's tons of great examples of brackets out there. If anything, it gives you ideas of what you want to do, right? So I didn't like any of them for what we're trying to do today. So I started experimenting with Microsoft Word. Here's the end result, which I'm going to show you how I got to. It's what I like about using Microsoft Word is it's Microsoft Word. I don't need Visio. I don't need some special app. I don't need anything other than basic Microsoft Word. Obviously, whatever version I have is a certain version. Maybe your version won't do things exactly the same way, but generally, I I'm pretty darn sure this is going to apply. And so again, here's the end result, and let me show you how I got there. So here's your blank Word document. Okay, typically it's going to look vertical. It's going to look, in a portrait mode, and it's going to be 8.5 by 11. My example is an 11 by 17 um, document. I don't know if it's 1711 or 11 by 17, but you get the point. Here's the thing to note about this. I'm using a table, not lines. This here is actually a inserted rectangle shape, but other than that, all the other lines here that you're seeing is one single table that is simply formatted per cell to not show some of the borders, right? So, for example, if I click this cell, this is a cell right here. If I click it, right click it, go to table properties, borders and shading, make sure you're on the borders tab. I'm going to fly through this now. I'll go into detail in a second. Here's the key, apply to cell. And then you simply choose your borders. Click there, it's going to put a left border. Click here, it's going to put a top border. Click again, they go away, right? And the end result is here. All right. Basically, that's it. So let me dive in and show you how I did it. All right, here's your blank, kind of document. You want to get familiar with layout, size, orientation, margins. Size, if you don't see the size you want, go ahead and choose more paper sizes or custom paper sizes. With height, 11, 17. It could be 17, 11. Click OK. If it tells you something about margins or outside the printable area of the page and it allows you to fix it, then fix it. Click OK. Now we have 11 by 17. I want to go landscape. Click orientation, landscape. Now, if it doesn't automatically go kind of full screen like this, it's not full screen, but a large screen. A lot of times it'll start off looking small like this. You want to recognize that that's just the zoom setting for your screen. So either max it out or come here and say whole page. Whole page, it's going to max it out to your screen. All right. Margins, the only thing you want to be careful with on margins is if you go too narrow, if you go too small, it might not print correctly when you go to print it. Typically, half inch all the way around is fine. For today, I'm going to choose 1 inch. No, I'm going to choose half inch. And anyway, that's it. Now, the next thing we do is the first of the two kind of tricks. Again, table. So insert table. From experimenting, I happen to know that I'm going to need 7 columns across and 15 down. It only lets you have 8 down. Choose 8 for now. Click. You have your table. You grab here to resize. You grab here to move the entire table. So, but again, remember, we got 7 across, but we need 15 down. I think that was 8, so I need 7 more. So I'm going to kind of scroll down to select 7 rows, right click, insert below. It just, now I have a total of 15 rows. It went onto a second page. I don't want that. Simply drag, click here and drag it smaller until you get one page. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let me go back to here. Are you seeing how it's going to look? It's starting to look good, right? Now, why do I say 15? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows, 9, 10 rows, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 up top here, because obviously we're writing names up top. But the next big trick and really final trick here is this: manipulating your borders, which I showed you before. But so in this cell down here, we don't want the left, we don't want the top, we want the bottom, we want the right. Click this cell, right click this cell, table properties, borders and shading. We want, okay, apply to cell. Got to remember that. We want the bottom, we want the right. We click to get rid of the top, click to get rid of the left, click OK, voila. You get the point, right? Keep going until you get it to look the way you want. If you need more rows, then you know, kind of scroll down, choose a bunch of rows, highlight a bunch of rows, right click, or if you have the option already to insert below or above. If you want columns, you go insert left or right. But experiment with that, you'll see it's so easy. But that's really it. That's really it. And eventually you'll get to where it can look like this where you want it. Now, if you want to do bulk changes, like this entire column, I don't want, in my case, I don't want anything, I don't want a border on the left. So you don't have to go cell by cell. Choose them all. Right click, table properties, borders and shading, cell. Make sure it's, sometimes if you choose more than one cell, it's going to be typically already on cell. If you're doing one cell at a time, it'll be on something else. So make sure this always says cell, then make your changes. Like, and so you are just clicking to get rid of the border or to put a border there. You can also use these icons here to do that for you. So here's the left, click that. I don't know, right? So I want it off. I click OK. I click OK. Done. Right. And I'll give you one more example here. If we want it to look a little bit more like we want it here, let's see here. What am I doing? I'm getting, so let me start with this cell. I want only the top and the left. So get rid of the bottom and the right. Cell. Get rid of the bottom and the right. You want the top and the left. Apply it every time. Click OK, OK, bam. And just keep going. And that's it. Here's another little trick. If you accidentally somehow get out of whack here with the alignment of the rows and columns, there's a trick to square everything up again or line everything up again. If you click here, actually right click, you have these two options here: distribute rows evenly. Right click, distribute columns evenly. Bam. And again, just keep going. If you again went into a second page, just drag it, and you can, you know, drag until your heart's content. It will stay generally, you know, in line, right? So that's about it. And hopefully your end result will look like a bracket. Again, how did I get this little championship kind of banner up here? I just said insert, shape, pick a shape. Could be an ellipse, oval, whatever you want. And so if I was to choose, you know, oval right here, then you want to create the shape, and then it's automatically always going to fill it in like this. So let me actually do this one all over again. Insert shape, rectangle with rounded corners. Nothing happens. You actually have to drag, create it with your mouse. Automatically is going to fill it in. All it is the fill of the shape. So drop down shape fill, choose no fill if you want no fill. And then kind of just grab it anywhere to when you get your four arrows like that and kind of place it where you want. There's ways to get it perfect, to align it up perfect compared, aligned with the page and all this crazy stuff. Word is very powerful, but some of its most basic, features can do things for you like this. So I wish you the best of luck, everybody. Thank you.